الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين نبينا وحبيبنا وإمام المتقين أما بعد. Imagine being told to sacrifice the most dearest thing to you, a beloved son, the pleasure of every father's eye, the one that the father hopes to cultivate and raise them in a way they hope to be like their father, a companion from birth until they return to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, either the father or the son. But imagine being told that you have to sacrifice this son. And then going to have to tell your son that you have to sacrifice them. What would be the response? And this is the example we gain from Ibrahim a.s. The example of true devotion to Allah and patience in fulfilling the commands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And also that when a person pursues the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah will come and aid them. And we ask Allah for His help. We say, Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'in. Only you we worship and only you we seek help from. In this situation, Ibrahim a.s. he says to his son, Inni ara fil manami anni adhbahuk. He said, Qala ya bunayya. He said, Oh my dear son, I see in a dream that I've been commanded to slaughter you. Fanzur madha tara. So look, what do you see? What do you think about this? Now, the response that Allah granted Ismail a.s. would bring itmi'nan, tranquility to the heart of Ibrahim a.s. despite the sorrow of having to fulfill this command. قال يا أبت افعل ما تؤمر ستجدني إن شاء الله من الصابرين. He said, Oh my father, do as you have been commanded, and you'll find me inshallah ta'ala from those who are patient. The difficult trial of having to sacrifice your child. But then the first way Allah has made it easy is that your child hasn't challenged you. Imagine Ismail a.s. said to his father, Oh my father, how can you do this to me? And so I could, why, how, all of these questions. That would have made it even more of a burden, a difficulty, a hardship upon Ibrahim a.s. But the response was the first way that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made it easy for him, testing his faith. But now, when Ibrahim a.s. was just about to sacrifice his son, he was called, وَنَادَيْنَاهُ أَنْ يَا إِبْرَاهِيمُ قَدْ صَدَّقَتَ الرُّؤْيَا. Oh Ibrahim, we called him, Ya Ibrahim, you have been truthful to that which you have seen and that which you was commanded within that dream. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave him an exchange of a ram that was sent from Jannah as a sacrifice in place of Ismail alayhi salam. The Muslim observes the commands of Allah Azza wa Jal and also observes the promises of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And from those promises that Allah mentions, وَمَنْ يَتَّقِ اللَّهِ يَجْعَلْ لَهُ مَخْرَجًا. Whoever fears Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah will make a way out for them. And that was the case of Ibrahim a.s. A great test. And also remembering that you're going to be tested with that which you love, that which is beloved to you. His son, beloved to him. And that's what he was tested in. And when he was truthful to the test, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made a way out for him. Not only for him, but also for Ismail alayhi salatu wasalam. And when we reflect on times that we may be going through hardship and trials and tribulations, always remind yourself that the prophets, they are the ones who are tested the most. And then those who are like them and those who are like them. So when you feel like you're losing despair, you're losing hope in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, go back and read the stories of the prophets and see how they were tested, what they were tested in. And inshallah ta'ala, you'll find comfort therein, knowing that if you're upon the ways of those prophets, that you are being tested like them. And this is glad tidings for you and not a means of punishment. As the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam mentions, إِذَا أَحَبَّ اللَّهُ قَوْمًا ابْتَلَاهُمْ. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves a people, He tests them. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us of those whom He loves. But when He tests us, to make us of those who pass the test and those who Allah SWT makes the test easy for and grants them aid. Allahumma ameen. Allah yubarak fikum wa jazakum Allahu khairan. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.